Back to Orchid House. I'm Olivier in Fort Lauderdale, and today I wanted to discuss this Trichocentrum undulatum, which, look at the flowers, are absolutely gorgeous if you ask me. So it's obviously, Trichocentrums are part of the Oncidium family. This is a pretty long spike, like, I don't know, 5 feet maybe, 4 feet, a meter 20, meter 50. There's 2 of them. So it's a mule-ear Trichocentrum. It has a very wide geographical distribution, but it also grows in Florida. It's a native plant. And I bought it 15 months ago, and 15 months ago I had these 2 leaves and this one which was half broken, and I think I had something else, there's something else missing. Anyway, so I had a new growth, and it came bare rooted from Hamlin Orchids, and so I attached it here, and there were roots, old roots that I covered with some moss, and I sprayed it regularly, but I made sure it would dry out extensively every time, and I kept on monitoring the leaves, which were quite weak at first, but they gradually hardened, and then I had a first growth, and then the second growth here, and then eventually also 2 spikes. So 15 months later, here we are with these beautiful, beautiful flowers. Undulatum is supposed to have fairly variable colors in terms of the flowers themselves. As far as I'm concerned, this is perfect. So Trichocentrum, like all Oncidiums, it's a very clear wet and dry cycle. So you soak them real good, and then they dry out extensively, thoroughly, because they can't stand moisture. If you don't do that, they're gonna rot. And then, I mean, it's fairly high light. They grow in Florida, yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a warm grower. Now, before I let you go, I wanted to just show this. This is actually a Hi-to leaf from Hawaii. He was apparently a fan of my channel, and I met him 3 times already at the Redlands and the Tamiami show, because he sells plants there. He lives in Hawaii, and each time he gives me one, which is nice. I mean, he shouldn't do that, but he does. And this one he gave to me at the Tamiami show in January of this year, so it's only been 4 months. And I was a little doubtful. I mean, I don't have experience with these as Cochleantes. Actually, the current accepted name is Warczewiczella, a mouthful. So Cochleantes amazonica. And it's basically grown like, I'm trying to find a Pescatoria, Bolea, this type of plant. So relative shade and constant moisture. But I wasn't quite sure it would do well in Florida. I thought it was too warm, and he said I should give it a try, and he believed it should work. And listen, this is it. So Hi-to. 4 months later I have my first flower, and the plant is very healthy. It has already doubled in size, and these are fairly plump. So I grow it in tree fern fiber, and I let it dry, but not thoroughly, and then I soak it real good again. And that's what it seems to be liking. And then it's in a shadier place than this one. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.